This is the March 2020 air element / sign reading brought to you by me, Van Gogh. This may or may not resonate. The energies also like to flip, so get in where you can fit in. If the shoe fits, wear it proudly, and don't forget that only a hit dog hollers. If you desire a more personal reading, you know where to find me. My contact information is wherever it would typically be. I would say like, share, and subscribe, but honestly, the only thing I would want from you, if you gained anything from this energy exchange, is to pay it forward any way you deem fit. But before we go any further, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen. Clear the space, silence the ego, open the heart, and relax the mind so that we may receive the messages without hesitation and manifest destiny sans procrastination. Thank you. I command all negative energies to leave this space and return to whence you came. You are not welcome here. All right, let's begin. So, when I was shuffling for air signs, I was asking about the overall vibe for this month. Basically, I got like a few phrases. So, of course, your air signs, all about purification. And with springtime, around the corner, spring begins on March 19th. The air has like a crisp and like refreshing feel, and I think that's like symbolic of air signs. This air, like this purification. Right now, this is like a time of purification for you air signs. You feel like you want to like clean some things out, declutter. I'm also hearing like de-stress, right? I got the phrase "gone with the wind," and I read the book a long time ago, like in 6th grade, but there was a love story. It was Ashley and then the butler Brett or whatever, but I'm getting like I don't want to say air signs are dramatic, because nobody has anything on I think fire signs, especially Leos, when it comes to the drama. But I mean that in the most loving way possible. I'm not trying to poo-poo on any sign, because we're all signs. That's why I wouldn't say I don't read particular signs, because I rather just read into the actual element itself. But basically, yeah, this Gone with the Wind, melodramatics. You feel like your life is like a drama right now. I'm hearing like a movie. And, it very may well be like everyone's life. I believe everyone's life, in a way, is a movie. But, also, this idea of like air being omnipresent, because air is all around. Air is also scarce, though. But, I don't know. Also, like, air energy, because my moon is, Libra, is also like in air, so like I get like the overall vibe is like you're like this heptagon right here. I didn't read into this, it just flipped out, so I don't know what it means, but like this heptagon right here, these are like different like aspects and like ideas that you're like tossing around. So how can I explain it? Man, I really just... So, okay. I'm getting it. So these are like all the different aspects of your life. So work, family, self, I don't know, future plans, children, let's see, education, and ooh, I better finish this. Let me name one more. And community. All right. I think I did this one. Let me just add a bonus just in case I didn't. Tradition or culture. So what you believe in. So that could add for like religion, whatever you want to put there. But basically you're visiting all these aspects of yourself and seeing what can be tweaked, you know? And also the idea, like I was getting into, that air could always be around or never be around. But like, I don't know, like, I'm not really like a science buff, so I don't want to like say something wrong, but the idea that when I say air, I mean like atmosphere, like you're always somewhere. And that's what I'm thinking about in the terms of air, not the actual air being there, but that could also be true. Or you could also look at it that way, that air can always be there, like you're breathing, and then there could also be a lack of oxygen, or not even a lack of oxygen, not a lack of air, because there's certain airs that our lungs, we can't breathe it, you know? So, also, this idea that the people and situations around you, you're not going about this purification in a clean-cut way. What you're doing, or what air signs is doing, what people are doing around you, remember the energies flip, so I don't want to keep like going back and forth. But basically you're just giving them enough rope to hang themselves. So whatever the situation is, it's like you've determined your parameters, and once they go past the parameters, it's just like, cut. There's this game that I've seen my friend play, where I guess you're trying to get from one side of the screen to another, but there's like all kinds of like objects, but you have to like cut something free so that you could get free. So you're going through all these obstacles with the string, but you're trying to make sure that it doesn't get cut. It's kind of like that, you know? It's just like, these are the boundaries. And I think air signs can be, and my moon is in air, we can be a bit demanding or ridiculous, however you want to look at it, or like just may seem unreasonable, but we as air signs, or whatever, if you have air placements, have your reasonings for that. But it's just kind of like, hey, it is what it is. If you want to deal with me, this is what it is. So that's what I got. Oh, also, while I was shuffling before I get into the cards, was this energy of, I kept hearing, would you love me in a Bentley? Would you love me on the bus? I'll ask 21 questions, and it's all about us. So you or this person or the situation that you're dealing with has many questions that you or they want/need answered. So that's the vibes for air signs this month. So let's get into the cards. So we have the pizza delivery guy in reverse, the incognito starship captain in reverse, a dead body in reverse, the men in suits in reverse, and they were back to their humdrum. Oh, the men in suits upright, and they went back to their humdrum lives in reverse. So when I was let's just break it down. Let's break it all the way down. So, with the pizza delivery guy in reverse, and the incognito starship captain in reverse, whoever this person, place, or situation is, you have no expectations of them. Like, they either never came through, or you never expected them to come through, or they just have a history of always like just failure and just failure. I don't even like, there's no really nice way to put it at this point, because it's like they haven't come through so many times that the expectation is no expectation. With the incognito starship captain in reverse, this person has shown you their true colors. They have shown you, this person, place, a situation has shown you their colors, exactly who they are. And it's not something you or this person, whatever they see, or this situation, whatever you see or they see, they don't like it, and it's just kind of like, I'm good. They're saying, they putting their hands up like, I'll pass, right? So, with a dead body in reverse, the men in suits, and they went back to their humdrum lives in reverse. Either you or this person, place, situation, whatever, is trying to resurrect this situation. But it's kind of like with the men in suits here, I got the vision of a FBI crime scene. And like the cleanup crew is there, and it's like all this red tape and stuff, and it's like the damage is already done. There's no way to revive. You feel, air sign or a person around you, whatever energies I'm picking up around you, feels as if the situation that occurred cannot be, you're trying to resuscitate it, but it's already done. You know, the police are already here. Phone calls are already made. Things are already said. I already called my mom. And I told her. So, yeah, you can't come back from that. So, dang. Wow. So, now... Oh, let me not forget to mention the numbers 3 and 1 also came out. But, I don't have it out here, but yeah, they came out. So what did I say about the numbers 3 and 1? So you either been dealing with this person, place, situations from anywhere to like number 1, well, 1 day to 4 years. So it could be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So yeah, 1 day to 4 years. Also, this person could be 31. It's someone's birthday is 31. Your child or someone you know could be turning 13. And I'm saying all this because the number here, we're going to go into that 4 plus 9 adds up to 13. So I just found it really weird. Oh yeah, 31, and then with the number here as 13, looking up angel number 31, 31, 31, 13. Usually when it gets high numbers like that, like high, they just say repeating 3s and 1s, and you can just look into that. That should have a message for you as well. So I think the other numbers the other things I said will come back to me, but I'm trying to just get these messages out because I don't know, the Taurus reading was the Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo reading, Earth element. It was long, so I know air signs, you don't want your time wasted. So yeah, anyways, let me pull the book now. So I'm gonna read out of the Sacred Geometry Oracle card guidebook for the meaning of heptagon. It's in reverse, so okay, so there is a reverse aspect, so let me hold on. There is a reverse aspect, so let me, I guess, show it the way 49, heptagon, harmony. The heptagon is a seven-sided polygon of veneration. It represents movement through cycles. There are 7 days in a week, 7 chakras, 7 rainbow rays, 7 planets, 7 seas, 7 musical notes, 7 stages of transformation. 7 weaves its way through mythology as Athena used a seven-sided symbol to weave her magical exploits. Sound and music are intimately connected to sacred geometry and the number 7, and through the harmonies created by music, we are able to connect with the music of the spheres. There is, in the situation, discord that threatens the harmony you are trying to create. Once you decide you want to correct this discord, the method will come to you easily. It is in desiring change and harmony that you create it. So, wow, that's definitely the vibes. Whatever this situation is, like, it's caused discord. Things can never go back to the way it was. Either you or this person, the situation has already decided that or will be deciding that, but it's clear. So knowing that it won't go back to the way it used to be, now it's time to make the appropriate plan and take the actions and, take those steps to, your desired outcome, the new path, and change could be hard, but that's just the theme of spring, just, renewal and purification. That's the theme of air signs this month: purification, air, wind. So, all right, let me go into the next question. So for the next question, I asked, what energies in particular should air signs be aware of for this month, March 2020? And I received the Deumis, and the archetype card Goddess, both in reverse. So I'm gonna have to, matter of fact, let me make room. All right. So, Deumis in reverse. Let's read up on that. Wrong book. So, oops, passed it. My bad. Okay. Deumis. So, let's read. Annotation. According to Colin DePlancy, Deumis appears as a fierce demon with 4 horns and a crown on her head and an ugly face with a crooked nose. Let me show you guys, I guess, more clearly. I'll show these upright. Okay. Wrong way. We're reading Deumis first. All right. According to Colin DePlancy, Deumis appears as a fierce demon with 4 horns and a crown on her head and an ugly face with a crooked nose. She has clawed hands and the feet of a rooster and only 4, nevertheless, strong, pointed teeth, which she uses to tear and devour the souls she catches. Inspiration. Wow. Okay. However, Deumis may or may not exist. She may or may not be a daemon or a goddess or an idol. In fact, although Colin DePlancy claims Deumis was a demon masquerading as a goddess in Calicut, the information seems to have been taken almost entirely from a very brief account published in 1503 by the Italian traveler Ludovico di Varthema of a god called Deumo, and added to some supplemental and conflicting accounts by other sailors and a fair bit of Colin DePlancy's own imagination. That was a very, very long sentence. Anyways, other demonologists have attempted to connect Colin DePlancy's Deumis with the Hindu goddess Durga. Divination. Beware of misfortune through the telephone game, gossip, and rumors. Pass through many sources until the original facts are completely lost. Wow, this is really interesting. Okay, so you see, this is why there's a method to everything that I do. So I started voice recording the pre-pulls, like with the things that I say when these cards come out, right? So let me, because I knew. So give me a moment. Let me pull it up. I think this was it. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay. Alright, so let me play it. It's 50 minutes, so. So goddess energy came out in reverse, and I just wanted to say this before I forgot the thought. But I believe energy in the shadow aspect that air signs should be aware of this month is basically people are gonna try and get on like your quote unquote good side. They want something from you, but like you could sense the imbalance, but it's kind of like you're the person that they're trying to convince the most, because they know if they can't convince you, then their cover is blown. So yeah, I wanted to make sure I got that out before I forgot. Make sure I recorded that for you guys. Alright, so I'm glad I recorded that, because now it's kind of like putting what we just read about the goddess Deimos, and that would be in upright, right? We read everything upright, but remember, I read cards the way they come out, because everything happens for a reason. So it came out in reverse. So the way I take it is just exaggerating the fact that this is a daemon energy, or a particular energy that you need to be aware of is someone, a shapeshifter, someone, and like you wouldn't even know, because the energy that I'm getting, because next to Deimos, who was maybe a goddess masquerading, a demon masquerading as a goddess in Calicut, right? We get goddess in reverse over here too. So what I'm picking up from that is basically the energies that you need to be very particular of is I'm picking up those closest to you, the people that you basically run with, the people that quote unquote they know your life, they know what you're up to, your plans. Be careful who you're divulging information to and what you're actually talking about, because what we read about Deimos in the divination, it says beware of misinformation through the telephone game, gossip, and rumors. Pass through many sources until the original facts are completely lost. So basically, there are demons hidden amongst your god/goddess collective. That's where I'm going to put it. But basically, man, woman, whoever you are, in your closest camp, there's demons lurking about. So let's read into it a little bit more. So the light attribute of goddess is the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. And then the shadow attribute is exploitation of the female nature and form. So beware of people around you who like to exploit themselves. This could be a man or a woman, but like this whole idea of like sex sells, relying on your looks and like material things. Be careful of that. And also be careful of people. You need to watch what people do versus what they say, because it could be like just the littlest things that could like tip you off, and I'll just leave it at that. Just be super aware. And also the same scrutiny that you're putting people against, the same ruler you measure people with, you should measure yourself with. So that also help you gauge where you're at amongst the people who are around you. And that's not to say gauging as in being better or worse, but really who's really amongst you and really seeing their true colors. Because like this overall vibe, this situation here, there's a person around you who has just been consistently unreliable, and you have no expectations of them, and you know who they are, but it's kind of like you've given them a pass, or they've given you a pass for so long, but it's just like whatever happened, dead body in reverse, it can't be resurrected. It can't be resurrected. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Also, it's kind of like these energies are going to be hard to spot because they're so close to you and essentially mimicking, because these are quote unquote demons, or I don't want to say demons, but like people who haven't worked out those shadows. So yeah, those shadows, they haven't worked out their shadows. So basically they have to convince you, they have to be good. They have to be good to convince you, because if they can't convince you that they are who they say they are, quote unquote goddess or god like you know, working, you know, on the same page, doing everything that, you know, you guys quote unquote planned on doing, then it doesn't work. Everything falls apart, and yeah, they failed again with the pizza delivery guy in reverse. So wow. Okay. I think that's about it. That's all I've got in that. You know what? Let me take a sip of drink. Oh, and let me play that music too. Angel number 717. So that's for somebody. Look into that as well. All right. Hold on. All right, so okay, so the next question I asked is, what else should we expect / keep in mind for air signs for March 2020? So let me see, this card came out like this came out like this, and this came out like that, right? And then it was this, it was like that, and then like that. Okay. All right. So I asked, what else should air sign expect / keep in mind for this month, March 2020? So whatever this situation is going on, person, place, or situation that's going on in the overall vibe, like the situation not being able to be resurrected, and seeing if you could, you know, create a new path. All in all, with the Ace of Swords, something needs to be said. Someone needs to make the first move. The fog is thick. You could cut it with a sword. That's what I just heard. So with the King of Cups in reverse, you're feeling quite withdrawn. Both parties are feeling quite withdrawn. Both parties in this situation are feeling quite scorned, quite petty, and quite childish. That could be you or this person that's just, you know, scorned is one thing, mad, just be angry, upset, but trying to move on with this of Swords, kind of like, you know, tilted. You're trying to move on though, even though being slighted. You didn't get the cheese, you didn't get the prize at the end. With House in reverse, what's right here? Jealousy in reverse, Journey in reverse, and Hope in reverse. Even though you didn't get the cheese or the prize in the situation, right? And the situation essentially is destabilizing. It's kind of like it freed you from whatever this situation was, with Jealousy in reverse and Journey in reverse. Because with, even though Journey's in reverse, it's kind of as if like, oh, you're not going anywhere. Hope is also in reverse, but then it's like it's freeing you because it was a hopeless situation and it had you stuck and it was destabilizing. But the consolation prize is that it freed you. But to be honest, freeing yourself is probably the better prize than being stuck in this love situation, friendship situation, work situation, whatever the situation may be. All right. Then over here with you or this person trying to free themselves from this anger, hurt, upset, scorn, whatever that they are feeling or you are feeling, right? We have the Sweetheart sideways and Constancy sideways, and it's kind of like just reevaluating your relationships, reevaluating who you are and how you show up in all of this. And saying basically with the Ship in reverse, that ship has sailed. No longer, like that's what you're trying to, I guess, build up to. Like, no longer will you or anyone else, you know, do what they did, and you won't do what you did, because like I'm seeing here, both sides are salty, both sides are mad or feel a type of way. And but really I'm picking up more you, not so much this other person is just trying to keep it moving, reevaluating, tweaking what needs to be tweaked, and, you know, moving forward. All right. All right. So what's next? All right. What is something that what can air signs do to heal and protect themselves during this time? What can air signs do to heal and protect themselves during this time? In March 2020, knowing what we know now, what can air signs do to heal and protect themselves this month? All right, that's one. What can air signs do to heal and protect themselves during this time, March 2020, knowing what we know now? Damn, no, absolutely not. That is too many. What can we do to heal and protect ourselves? What can air signs do to heal and protect ourselves this month, March 2020? What can air signs do to heal and protect themselves this March 2020? Knowing what they know now, what can air signs do? Okay. I'm going to take these two cards because, I don't know, I think they were in view the whole time, but like these two cards are in reverse. And I usually don't shuffle like that. Those are the only two. So I'll take those. That means something. So let's see. God is in charge, but that came out in reverse. So let's read. My prayer. Dear God, please help me let go of this situation, giving it in faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. So this came out in reverse. So what I'm getting is basically putting the saying, you know, it's above me now. I believe like a lot of air signs, it's let's not say it like that, but it is said that air signs can be very critical and need like, you know, logic and I'm gonna say need logic, but need quote unquote facts backed by quote unquote science. But quote unquote spirituality is a different kind of science that many people can't really shift their brain to understand. With this card coming out in reverse, it's saying there is a higher power. So yeah, you're doing all this, you're reevaluating each thing and trying to tweak certain things and move other things to, you know, manifest the life that you want to create. And that's all fine and good. But God, Jesus, the ancestors, saints, spirits, whoever you believe in that is good and benevolent is telling you through this card that basically God is in charge. So at the end of the day, you could plan, you could have all kinds of contingencies, but if it's not part of the divine plan, then, you know, it's not gonna happen. But also, if it's not, also knowing that if it's in your best interest and it's something that you do want, that God is in charge, that God will make a way for it if you know, give it to him or her or it, you know, quote unquote, it's above you now. So it's above you now. Woo. Okay, so these two cards came out in reverse. Rhiannon, Sorceress, and Sarasvati, the Art. So let's read. Rhiannon, Sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So yeah, that's what I was saying before, like you're manifesting the life you want to create, but it also came out in reverse. It's also not believing in the powers around you that you believe in that protect you, but also not necessarily believing in your powers within. Like, you know, you got it, but it's just kind of like, what I'm hearing is like, you know, I guess there's like different aspects to like self. So how can I explain? I guess you have like willpower, you have like emotional endurance. Like, think of it as like a video game. You've been going through this whole situation just relying on one aspect of yourself and not tapping into all the other aspects of yourself. Even though, which is funny because you're looking at other aspects of your life, but it's just kind of like, what I'm seeing is you're looking at different aspects of your life. And remember, way back in the reading, we named all 7, right? I think I threw in an extra one, but we named all 7. But within those 7 like points, there's other subpoints which may have other subpoints, and I feel like you're getting caught up in the subpoints, or you should get caught up in the subpoints, but you need to pay attention to detail across the board and pay attention to yourself in all aspects, in all ways. So that's something you could do this month. Also with Sarasvati, the Arts, It says express yourself through creative activities, and that came out in reverse. So I think this is like a cry from your inner self, like to just, yeah, write, draw, create, do something. Do something that requires pen and paper. That's for your leisure. That's what I got from this card. So yeah. Anyways, that's about it for the air sign general read for this month. But before I end, I'm going to pull, I guess, some words of encouragement from the other side using postcards from Spirit. This is a beautiful deck. So what else do we need to hear? What else does air sign need to hear for March 2020? What else? Okay. Flippity flip. Okay, let's read. Dear you, what is true for you? Can you be impeccable with your word? Sure you can. As long as it's not used to manipulate others, the truth can set everyone free. Let go of the results. Let go of your fears and allow the truth to empower you and others. This will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you and loving and all kinds of prosperous. This is not a time to compromise and hide your truth from others. Whatever it is you want, go for it. And be clear in your motives, especially with yourself. You will be so happy you did. This is the time where you will tap into the power to co-create and manifest your best life. Doesn't that feel amazing? And the results? Miraculous. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's bountiful lessons and achieve your dreams. Love you always. All right, so yeah, that was heavy and good. You should be able to connect the dots from there. If you can't, you can always hit me up. I can help. But if you can't connect the dots off a general and you're hitting me up needing help, you need to deconstruct the general first. But that's just my opinion, and I'm just talking shit. Hit me up if you want to. But yeah, anyways, don't forget to protect yourself and to be the change that you wish to see. See ya. Bye.